All right, welcome back. And I'm surely checking your attendance. Journey? Not yet. Deja?
Here.
Thank you.
In video.
Cydia?
My camera's on.
Cydia? Not yet. And Aliyah?
Here.
Thank you. And Jordan?
Here.
Thank you. And Destiny?
Here.
Thank you. Elise? Elise Hunter? Not yet. And Taylor?
Here.
Thank you. Emily?
Here.
Thank you. Saria? Not yet.
I'm here.
Okay. And Kiera? Right. And we have a 7 out of 11. So, and Kiera, not yet. Elise, not yet. And Cydia and Jerry, not yet. All right. And I'm sharing screen for the schedule. Okay. And today is the 14th week, and we have 2 more weeks. And today in Aliyah, and present chapter 14 today. And this Thursday, we have in-class meeting, and peer teaching demonstration. And this Thursday, Aliyah and Zaria, and EFE verification form and due on today, and EFE report due on this Thursday. Then next week, you upload your assignment on task stream, and by next Tuesday and April, and teaching philosophy in the final draft and due on next Thursday. And then I will first your final exam, and final exam on the blackboard. All right. Okay. And I show the updating. Welcome back, Elise. Okay.
Good afternoon, Professor.
Okay, Cydia, welcome back. Cydia and Elise and Tiara and Journey is not yet. Okay. And also I will show you your grade. I updated last night. I explained your grade first. This one is your attendance score so far, your presentation and chapter presentation by peer evaluation. So peer teaching demonstration and column F, and the first open book, second open book, statement of teaching philosophy, and early field experience, EFE verification form and EFE report, and 2 assignments under the EFE, and issue business letter here, and final exam. Your attendance and participation grade from review questions and the written essay and any activities and participation in class. Sorry, I have an allergies problem. Okay, so when you complete the remaining part and EFE report and 90%, then final exam 90, and you will finally get your final grade here. You see? And for example here, Another one. And I input 90% of your grade and 90. Yeah, you see, you will finally get your final letter grade here. So please stay on the line after class if you have any questions about your grade so far today. All right. Okay. Leah, are you ready to share your chapter presentation PPT files?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go. And I send the evaluation guideline in chat room. Please send your response from review questions and peer evaluation scores in chat room privately. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. Chapter 14, planning for the heart and soul. Psychosocial development and action.
Alia, I'm so sorry to bothering you. And can you make a bigger screen and full screen, please?
Wait, it's full screen on my screen.
Oh, really? Yeah, in
Yeah.
your screen. Yeah, full. All right.
Oh, wait, you can't see it? It's not big enough?
We can see the small screen, and can you, and put in the F5 at the top of your computer?
F5.
Uh-huh.
I pressed it. Did it work?
All right. Go ahead. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah.
The development of the psychosocial domain. Emotions, temperament, and social skills are all part of the social or affective domain. Self-esteem and self-concept are also involved. Family is the foundation of one's identity. School preparedness and later success are predicted by social and emotional competence. Effective of or caused by or expressing emotion or feeling emotional. Okay, the development of the psychosocial domain. Four psychosocial experiences: emotional, social, creative, and spiritual. The three psychosocial domains: the physical, motor, cognitive, language, and psychosocial. A sense of self. The four components of self-esteem are a sense of one's own identity, a sense of one's uniqueness, a sense of self-power, and a sense of belonging, connectedness. Executive function is a set of mental skills that include working memory, flexible thinking, and self-control. The four I's. The first one is I. This provides children with a feeling of self-identity and individuality. The second one is initiative. Children are encouraged to take charge of their own education, build connections with others, wait, what just happened?
And we cannot see your PPT files. And,
it was literally just sharing and something just happened to my screen.
So, and I will, but other students cannot see yours, and PPT files, and they see the first page of them. So, and I will, open the files instead of you. All right.
Right.
All right. And is it right page?
Yes, that's no. Can you go to next one?
Next page. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Can you make this bigger?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, thank you. The second one is initiative. Children are encouraged to take charge of their own education, build connections with others, take action, and make their own decisions. The third one is independence. Children are helped to take care of their own things and to form autonomous judgments about events and activities. The last one is interaction, social interaction. Relationships with other people are essential because engagement provides children with a sense of belonging. Emotional growth. Feelings are an outgrowth of what a person perceives as happening. Emotional hijacking refers to a situation in which the amygdala the part of the brain that serves as our emotional processor hijacks or bypass the normal reasoning process. Children are continually exposed to emotional hijacking, and educators must help them develop emotional intelligence in the following areas: self-awareness, general emotional management, motivation, empathy, and social skills. People and the environment help children develop socially acceptable behaviors. Emotional skills. Some emotions may be shown in newborns according to research, and it is shown that that all the fundamental emotions are present during the first few weeks of life. Complex emotions are those emotions that emerge in the child after infancy. These include shame, guilt, envy, and pride. Social mores are standards of conduct and behavior that are determined by society, as opposed to those established by family or personal preference. Ability to deal with feelings. There are 4 steps to help deal with feelings, which involve: number 1, to notice and label feelings; number 2, to accept feelings; number 3, to express feelings in an appropriate way; and number 4, to deal with the feelings of others. Ability to handle change. Positive stress encourages the child to strive and achieve. Ability to exercise judgment. Self-regulation is the child's capacity to plan and guide the self. The capacity to make judgments and figure out what to do in new situations is a vital talent for children to have. Enjoying oneself and one's power. Superheroes are those characters who embody a higher nature and powers beyond ordinary human abilities. Imaginary companions or imaginary friends, also known as imaginary friends. These are pretend characters often created by children. It can help children enjoy their powers and recognize its limitations by keeping them accountable for their own actions. Fantasy play is an essential part of a child's cognitive and emotional growth. This can assist children in learning to value and enjoy themselves. Resilience, the ability to bounce back or recover from adversity. Considerations: self-referencing, the process used to gauge over one's own response to a situation by relying on another person's emotional reaction. Number 1, acquire good patterns. Number 2, develop and use a feeling vocabulary. Number 3, making the classroom comfortable for the children. And number 4, appropriate expression. Curriculum planning, setting up the classroom to promote emotional growth. Routines, transitions, and groups. Focus on skills and themes. Social development. Social development is the process through which children learn to be, which behavior is acceptable and expected. Socialization, the process of learning the skills, appropriate behaviors, and expectations of being a part of a group, particularly society at large. The socializing process relies around a child's connection with the other students. Children form distant ties with their instructors, who are adults other than their parents. At this period of their life, they form different relationships with adults than they do with other children, and they learn how to engage with others, which is crucial. Children learn gender identity and social attitudes while developing a sense of community. Social competence is the ability to successfully deal with social interactions and problems. Through their social interactions, children learn a sense of personal identity, adapt family and cultural values, acquire interpersonal skills, and learn how to live in the world. Next. Emotional regulation is the ability to regulate emotions. Social knowledge and understanding the knowledge of enough language and norms to interact successfully, understanding the reactions of others and their feelings. Social skills, social approach patterns, attention to others, exchange of information, and handling aggression. Social dispositions are habits or characteristic ways of responding to experiences. A common social challenge is bullying, which is repeated systematic efforts to inflict harm on someone who is unable or unlikely to defend himself or herself. Peer relationships, social encounters outside of the home promote the enjoyment of social activities and prepare the child for future group activities. Sociocentric is oriented toward or focused on one social group rather than on themselves. Peer interactions are associations with people of the same age group or with those one considers equal. Social skills are strategies children learn to enable them to respond appropriately in many environments. Social cognition, the application of thinking to personal and social behavior, giving meaning to social experience. Social skills help children learn to initiate or manage social interaction in a variety of settings and with several people. Children must utilize social cognition to evaluate events and make decisions, as well as analyze the influence of their actions on others and the cause as well as the effect of their actions. Social intelligence, self-regulation, and empathy help promote the child's social skills. Skills learned with adults. The first one is will help in any time of need, and they will also be there to protect them from being harmed and harming others. Skills learned with peers. There are different approaches for everyone. Some will work, some will not. Self-defense and how to assert their rights in socially acceptable ways. Skills learned in a group, how to take part as a member and not as an individual, to become socially active. Skills learned as an individual to cope with rejection, hurt feelings, and disappointment, their own style of personal interaction. Creative growth. Creativity is the ability to have new ideas, to be original and imaginative, and to make new adaptation on new ideas. Convergent thinking is thinking that brings together information focused on solving a problem. Divergent thinking is the process of thought and perception that involve taking a line of thought or action different from what is the norm or common. Aesthetics is sensitivity to what is beautiful, the study of beauty. Flexibility, capable of modification or change, willing or easy moved from one idea to another. Fluency is the ability to produce many ideas and easy and ready flow of ideas. Coping is a situation in which the participants simply act together in a spontaneous way. Social action, an individual or group behavior that involves interaction with other individuals or groups, especially organized action towards social reform. Reciprocal, the stage of children's friendship in which friendship is given or felt by each toward the other. Unilateral is the stage of children's friendship in which children think of friendship as involving one side and one side only. Undifferentiated, the stage of children's friendships in which children do not distinguish between friend and the person I'm playing with. Emotional intelligence is an understanding of how to feel, interpret, and express emotions. Basic emotions are those emotions that are present and observable in the newborn or within the first couple of months of life. Review questions. Name the areas within the socio domain, and then what are the 4 steps to help deal with feelings?
All right, thank you so much for your presentation, Leah. Yeah, I will give you the one review question for each. So please provide your response from the review questions from chapter 14. So I will give you the review questions. Deja here, and Destiny, and Emily, and Elise. And the review question 2. And what are the 4 steps to help deal with feelings? Sorry. Oh. And I will give you the review question 2 and Jordan. Syria. Taylor. And finally, and Zaria. Right. Please provide your response from review questions, and please send your peer evaluation score for the Alia's presentation. And I'm surely highlighting from chapter 14 from textbook. Textbook and chapter 14 mainly deal with psychosocial development in action. So we already knew about the 3 domains for the child growth and development. And first domain is physical domain, right? And second domain is cognitive domain, right? And third domain is a socio-emotional domain. So this textbook and beginning and beyond provide the psychosocial development under the under the socio-emotional domains. Usually, psychosocial domains mainly deal with our emotions and temperament and social skills and communication and the interaction, self-esteem and self-concept is a part of psychosocial domain. So we are developing psychosocial domain from basic relationship with significant others, major caregivers, family member, and the siblings, and your friend and peer relationships, your teacher at school. So it is a very, very critical part to express your feelings and emotions and the communication. And also there are several types of psychosocial experiences, and emotional and social and creative and spiritual. According to the Howard Gardner multiple intelligence theory, and he argued that 3 domains usually we use in standardized test, and the bubble math and the analytics is not enough to explain our children's potential. So he created the 8 domains for the human intelligence, and the bubble math and analytics, and especially kinesthetic intelligence, and pro-social intelligence, and nature intelligence, and spatial intelligence, and aesthetic intelligence, right? So it is a part of Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory and aesthetic and creative part. So it is strongly related to the psychosocial domain and from the chapter 14. And also psychosocial domain mainly deal with the social self-concept And there are a lot of words to express self-concept and the self-esteem, self-awareness, health skills, and social identity, right? So, and self-power and self-competence. So it is time to develop their self and self-esteem and self-image and mirror the self or social self and the peer review the self and during, early and middle and late childhood. After that, an adolescent stage, and according to the Erik Erikson, their learning object and major goal is to develop their identity and from ego and ego awareness, right? And the emotional growth from feelings. And also, Aliyah explained about the emotional skills and how to express our emotional feelings. And newborn baby, and they have four different types of crying: and basic crying, and pain crying, and anger crying, and social smile. So through the crying and smile, and they like to express their feelings. After that, and they are, cooing and babbling in one-word expression, two-word sentences. So mama, tata, papa, pupu, right? So it's the emotional skills and through the verbal development. All right. So other one is I want to highlight the word of social referencing. Social referencing is mainly focused on our own response to the situation by relying on other person's emotional reaction. So according to the social learning theory, it is a part of mutual respect and reciprocal determinism, and he explained, and social learning theory and Bandura, that it is a good patterns and feelings with the vocabulary and comfortable, and how to make a comfortable for your children in classroom settings. So for the social referencing, so textbook provide what is socially welcoming atmosphere and welcoming arrangement for the children in your classroom. Okay, when you're setting up, a classroom, and you must consider about how to promote and encourage their emotional growth. From their routines, transition, small group and large group activities, and focused on the social skills and a lot of themes and projects for the social emotional growth and development. All right, social competence I want to highlight from the chapter 14, and the social competence is the ability to successfully deal with the social interaction and problems, right? And my doctoral dissertation and father's involvement and parenting styles on their children's social competence. So it is titled, and socially competent children, and they are showing their strong relationship with the peer groups, leaderships, and good communication skills and problem solving skills, right? So, and father's involvement and father's social coaching strongly relate to their positive achievement of social competence. And also parenting styles. And there are two parenting styles and combined, and authoritarian perspective and authoritative perspective. And authoritative perspective mainly deal with democratic relationship with their children, and sometimes an authoritarian perspective, and the command, obey, and the equation. So two combinations of authoritarian and authoritative, fathers show their children's social competence and high scores of outcomes. So it is interesting part of them. So I used the K-mean cluster analysis for this model. So it is the one I want to highlight. And friendly father is not perfect, and authoritarian fathers is not perfect. So we have well combined parenting styles from authoritarian, authoritative, and permissive, and sometimes we are not involved parents. So it is Dr. Baumlind parenting styles. Okay, another word for the component for the social competence is social skills. So sometimes communication skills and social knowledge and understanding in children's language, and social dispositions. It is the habit or characteristic ways of responding to experience, right? One issue in school I want to highlight is bullying issue. And what is bullying? And bullying. It is interesting word than bullying. Bull is a cow, right? And we are teasing cow, just like a animal and teasing. And repeated and systemic effort to inflict harm on someone and who is unable or unlikely to defend himself or herself. And in these days, and cyberbullying is another issue in school and early childhood and elementary ed. And the presenter earlier and highlighted the sociocentrism. Sociocentrism is, we are focusing on one social group rather than oneself. So they are acting based on the social groups and study clubs and the sororities and social centuries, a person. And peer interaction and same-sex preference. It is one of important keyword for the early childhood and middle and late childhood. They have a strong same-sex preference and same-sex, peers associated with the people and peers, the same age group, or with those one considered equal. Right. There are several social skills and social cognition and conversation and dialogue and interaction skills, problem solving skills. And last one I want to highlight is creativity and convergent and divergent thinking and aesthetic and flexibility and fluency. So these kind of creative growth in early childhood education and early childhood. So it is from psychosocial domains. We deal with the creative thinking, psychosocial. Psycho means sometimes and cognitive plus and social emotional domains, right? And creative thinking and critical thinking is time to develop during the early childhood education. So you must invite this kind of word such as creativity and convergent and divergent thinking and aesthetic and flexibility and fluency and resilience from your course evaluation and lesson plan and your curriculum development. So It is very, very critical part. So for example, and aesthetics, and aesthetic mainly deal with the sensitivity, what is beautiful, and study of beauty from the music and art. And so aesthetic intelligence is a part of multiple intelligence theory from Howard Gardner, right? Oh, sorry. All right. There are several key terms for the soul to the heart, chapter 14, and the reciprocal and mutual, right? And the emotional intelligence, a part of Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory. Okay. I surely review your response and the evaluation. All right. Saria, thank you for your feedback. Peer evaluation score, I got it. I think if you don't have a peer evaluation score and rubric, so I will send it again. Copy and everywhere. I will send it one more time. So please send your peer evaluation score from for Alia's presentation today, and with your response from the review questions from chapter 14. I got your evaluation, Saria. And Deja, I got your evaluation. Thank you. Okay. Destiny, I got your evaluation. Thank you. And notice and label feelings to accept the feelings, express feelings in an appropriate way. Deal with the feelings of others, right? It is very, very critical part, right? Thank you, Zaria. And Taylor, I got your evaluation. And Cydia, yeah, I got your evaluation. Thank you. And Emily, physical, cognitive, and psychosocial, right? And replication 2 as Cydia, and the 4 steps of dealing with the feelings are to notice and label feelings, to accept feelings, to express feelings in an appropriate way, and deal with the feelings of others. Thank you so much, Cydia. Yeah, I got your evaluation, Emily. And Jordan, the 4 steps to dealing with the feelings, and notice and label feelings, accept, express with the appropriate ways, and deal with the feelings of others, right? Thank you, Jordan. And Deja, I got your evaluation. Thank you. Deja, thank you. And Jordan, I got your evaluation. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, please send your peer evaluation and with your responses. It is a part of your activities and participation grade, and in class and Zoom meeting. All right. So before we dismiss the class, and I will show you remaining assignment and schedule. And also, if you are late, and I will show your grade and review grade together. Okay, I'm sharing screen. Yeah, today is 14th week and Tuesday. In this Thursday, and we have in-class meeting and live streaming. So and EFE verification form for your EFE observation. EFE verification form is available in DS Lab School at the corner of a front door. So you can pick it up and please complete this form and send by email or, upload on the Dropbox or Blackboard in your assignment folder. And EAP report and 2 to 3 page long essay paper and about your EFE observation hours. It is assignment developed by NAYC standard, right? And please complete this report and send by email or post on your assignment folder by this Thursday, okay? This Thursday, Aliyah and Zaria, you are the presenter of a peer teaching demonstration. Yeah, Aliyah, can you hear me? And Zaria, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, please prepare your peer teaching demonstration and in class and this Thursday. Okay? And please send the PPT files by email at least 24 hours before the class. So I will arrange it, file. All right. And next week, and you must upload your assignment and teaching philosophy statement and issue business letter on task stream. And again, task stream is our online database and in teacher education program. So all teacher candidate must upload the required assignment and the writing and work samples on the task stream for the teaching of teacher education program. It is not optional and mandatory. And if you missed the teaching philosophy and final draft, it is due on April 21st. So I will post your final exam on Blackboard. So when you go to the Blackboard, my courses, and intro to early child education here, learning module, and final exam. And final exam is chapter 13 and 14 and 15, and 3 chapters. So today is April 29th. Email announcement. So it is 19 here, and due date, submit. So when you go to the announcement here, and when you click the learning module here, you begin to the test here, right? So 3 true and false, multiple choice, 10, 10 multiple choice, 10 true and false, matching items, and 10, and the short essay and long essay items, right? Okay, I am surely updating your attendance. Okay, Johnny, not here today? Okay, good. And Tiara, not here today. All right. And I received some message. Yes, Sharia, and you can prepare. You can prepare your peer teaching demonstration and online. Okay. Aliyah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Are you able to be in class and this Thursday for your teaching demonstration?
Yes, I took off work for it.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, if you are late and I am showing your grade here, sharing screen. This is your grade so far today. So please check how many dates you missed here and missed the assignment here. So we can guess and possible final letter grade when you fill up remaining part of your assignment and test. So please stay on the line if you have any questions about your grade so far. So I will consult and review together with your grade. Also, I will post your grade for your review in Blackboard, so you can double check which assignment you submitted and which assignment you missed. Right, thank you so much for coming today, and I will see you on this Thursday and in class EHB link 259. All right, thank you and bye-bye. Yeah, and I break room for the Elisa and Emily, so, and I will invite you and one for each. Please join the room 1 and room 2 for your okay. And Elisa, I joined here. Elisa, how are you?
Hi, Dr. Carol.
Yeah, and I'm sharing screen for your grade here. Elisa, and I see your attendance score, and you missed January 18 and February 15th. Any documentation to
I don't
verify?
even remember missing them days, Dr. Carol.
Huh?
I don't remember missing them days, but no, I don't got no documentation for them.
Okay, please just send any document to verify your absence. I will update your attendance score. All right.
Okay.
And can you see your presentation score and peer teaching demonstration score? And I think first open book score is
That's
low.
a C, right?
E and B, and the open book exam
Okay.
2. And your student of teaching philosophy is good.
Mhm.
And EAP report and verification, I put in.
Okay.
You missed the issue business letter. So do you know that?
Okay, that's what I have to turn in. Okay.
So if I put in and the final exam 90, so you
Oh,
are
yeah, I'm looking
filing
at a B.
B, right? And the max score, when I put in 90% of your assignment and test, your final letter grade will be B.
Okay.
And you are standing borderline between B and C right now.
Okay.
So
So just turn in my EFE document and my issue business letter,
is
and I have the
letter and
final
final
exam.
exam. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Clear?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Have a nice
Bye
day.
bye.
Bye.